Good evening.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back
Hello.
to Shortfill, episode number 5.
Well, actually, it's 5.5, but they don't know that, right?
Yeah, right.
Sorry, guys, I fucked up. That's why we were a bit
Yeah,
late.
little
Sorry.
technical difficulties.
Human error,
But
though.
yeah, I still only have a weird screen. I'm gonna make sure that this is. Yeah, it says live. There we go. Okay, cool. So yeah, I am back. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Glad to have you back.
Yeah, I'm happy to be back.
Yeah,
I've missed the short pill, so
Yeah.
it's something that I do enjoy.
And thanks to Graham for taking over. Awesome.
Yeah, thank you, Net Reality Graham, for filling in for me the last couple weeks. My plumbing is done, so that's really exciting. But yeah, so today we are going to take a peek at Scott Runyon's Flavor Stash, which is pretty cool that he participated and
Thank you for sharing.
gave us his link to check it out and kind of theory craft some recipes out of that, which is awesome. I know we both did, so that'll be fun to go over that. And then it was funny because you said, right, you asked me right before the show, you're like, I need to figure out how to cross-reference my flavor stash with someone else's flavor stash. And in this process, I actually figured that out for myself, and I was like, hey, I'll just share that on the show too. So
you're learning me live.
Yeah, right. Maybe it could help someone else out.
Yes.
That.
Oh, probably will. Yeah, definitely. I know for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. So.
All right. Shall we go over who's on just shortly? Let's see who's in.
Yeah, sure.
Mr. Scott Runyon, thanks for sharing your flavor stash. You can share your own flavor if you like what we're doing today. Let's not get the hype going, but if you like what we're doing today and you like to look, to have us have a look over your flavor stash. Jeez, what a complicated sentence. Leave a message at our Facebook page, and we'll go check it out. Free White Vapor and Vapor Queen Becky, welcome to the show. Frankenmeiser, hello. Disco Potato, but hello. We always said hello to each other. And we have Viking Vapor, welcome. Arnie S, welcome to the show. And John Marie and Chicos, John the Builder, that is. And I've got some coils from him in my iconic on the great red pill by Mr. Anderson. So, and I saw another name, Fletch, welcome. That's 6 Ghost 3, 6 Ghost 3, 6 Ghosty 3. Thanks for joining us. That's it. Let's keep it short. Phil.
Yeah. Thanks for popping in, guys.
Absolutely.
For our little short pill segment.
Yeah.
So what's going on with you? What have you been mixing up lately or working on?
To be honest, I've mixed not a lot, but I've been working on a new version, theory-wise, of my Fuji pear. Well, I can show you.
Nice.
It's like a Fuji apple pear. I've been trying to improve it, and I'm a bit at a standstill with trying to get the Butterscotch Reserve my way because I just didn't have the time. Work and skins are just taking up, quite some time at the moment. So I have to excuse myself for that. Sorry. And
Hey,
that great
okay.
recipe that you and Graham made for me on my flavor stash, I still have to make that too. So I need to get a day off and just mix. That's what I need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Jay's Crunchy Milkshake that I came up with actually was really delicious. I vaped the entire 30 mil, but it definitely needs that like 9 to 15 day steep period. So keep that in mind. I put it on the actual recipe, like the recommended steep time when it started like really like coming together when I was testing it.
Mm-hmm.
But man, it was pretty good. And it's not like overly sweet. So I think you'll really enjoy that. Like it's got all the good like aspects that I like kind of gathered that you like so far.
Yeah.
And so I hope that you like it when you do mix it
Don't
up.
get me wrong, because I didn't mix it does not mean I'm not excited about it, because I am.
No,
I really am.
know.
Yeah.
I know you've been really busy. We've both been really busy.
Yeah.
I get that. Even myself, I really haven't been mixing a whole lot, just here or there to get me by. For myself, I've just been my steeping stash was getting out of control. I had like 31 things in there that I was testing and steeping. So this past week, I really cracked down and worked on that. A few things have been steeping for about a month. So
Oh
I was
wow.
like, okay, I really got to get to this stuff, write my notes about it, what my thoughts are, and kind of move things to my subfolders, because the way that I do it is I'll create a recipe and then I'll move that to, my still testing area. And then once I get like the steeping time down, I can
Yeah.
write my notes, and then I'll move it to either my good folder, my awesome folder, my needs improvement folder. So it's like a whole thing I do behind the scenes for myself
It's a
personally.
whole
But,
administration.
huh?
It's a lot of admin work,
Yeah, I
administration
mean,
work.
it's
Yeah.
just more so like, for me, it's nice. Like, I love using that note feature because then I can kind of write myself notes for like future
Yeah.
recipes, like what really works well together and what doesn't work well together. So I try to do that quite a bit.
It's quite an
Um,
organizing.
but yeah, so I cracked down all like 31. I think I'm down to about four things that are left in there that I still
All right.
need to kind of test and write some notes on. So that's really cool. I'm down to like nine things that I have that I want to make.
Hmm.
So I'll get back into some more mixing here pretty soon. But yeah, it was a lot of like cleanup this week, getting rid of old bottles and making more
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
Um, but Bill, the chair, he came
Hmm.
out with a new recipe, his Bill's sugar-filled car, and
Before we go into that,
I,
can I just say
hmm?
one thing? I just want to
Yeah,
say hi to Mr. An Advocate for Liberty and Lady Liberty. Welcome to the show, Matt Cheech. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Okay, go on. Sorry.
no, no worries. So he came up with Bill's sugar-filled car, which I think he might have called it something different on the vaping community.
Hmm.
It's his newest recipe he just released, but I mixed it up a couple days ago, and he was saying that it's not like a super long steep time. So I
Isn't
gave
that the
it
one with
2 days.
caramel in it?
Huh?
The caramel thing? I saw
Yeah,
something
it's
skip
got
by
like a
today.
salty caramel,
That was it.
Philadelphia butter cake, praline, and I think vanilla ice cream. I think. But yeah, it's really good. I've
Yeah.
been enjoying it actually. I vaped it all day yesterday.
Ooh.
I went on a hike and that's what I brought with me was Bill's recipe.
Oh,
So that's
nice.
pretty
Yeah, I
cool.
saw the picture of the hike. Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I whipped up another 60 mil of Scuba's nuts, and like, dude, I'm telling you, this stuff is he's not lying when he says it's his all day vape, because it really is enjoyable. Now,
Hmm.
mind you, that custard percentage is really high, but I'm telling you, it works in that
13%.
recipe, and it's something that I don't get tired of. Like, I can vape that all day as well.
Wow.
So these that's like my backup go-to when I'm busy and I can't like just be like creating things left and right and like doing other things. Like, I have my other staples that I vape, like my all day vapes. So the Scuba's Nuts has worked its way in there
Gives
for sure.
nuts. Well,
But
but
I
you know that's
did, when we first got Scott's flavor stash in, I did go ahead and go look it over, and I didn't cheat, but I cheated a little bit. I picked things that I knew I had to,
yeah.
and kind of came up with something together with that so I could make it, because I do want to try it. So I came up with Scott's cream cookie, and I just tested it for
Ooh.
the first time after it's been steeping for 7 days, and it's rad. So
Boom!
I'm
You
excited to talk
awesome,
about that.
awesome. I've been going over his stash, and for me as a rookie, there's been a lot of new names and new flavors. So I went for a bit of an area I think I know a bit. But still unknown to me because I haven't really. Well, the only thing fruity I did was something with pineapple and something with Fuji apple and pear. That's something, and kiwi. That's the only area I did for fruits. And since I've been into the rye fours and the custards and the vanilla creams and the Bavarian creams since I started DIYing a couple of months ago, I thought let's come up with something fruity. Since it's gonna be spring and it's gonna be summer, maybe this will spike some interest. Should we? Shall we
Yeah.
do the recipes? Shall we do a drum roll? Nah,
Yeah.
not a drum roll. No,
No.
no. Let's go to the
Um,
recipes.
so yeah, so basically,
Where's
Mr.
my
Scott
screen
sent in
share?
his flavor stash, and he's got 215 things in there.
What was so?
And
What were some flavors in there that stood out for you? Like that sounds interesting.
I mean, honestly, him and I have a lot in common,
Oh,
and you'll see that. So I think him and I are aligned, like flavor wise, which I find really funny. Because I was like, man, I pretty much have every single thing in his flavor stash and vice versa. The few things that I don't have lemon lime.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have this lemon meringue pie. I have these. I have that. I have that. Um, I don't have the wizard, but I've been kind of toying with the idea of getting that. It's kind of like I think this one's a smoother, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, like oatmeals, I have those. I don't have Polar Blast, but I've definitely vaped it before. I don't have the quick. I think this is a one shot. But yeah, like we are really similar, which is
That's
great.
cool.
I love that. I was like, oh man, him
That
and
was like a
I
home game for you.
are, yeah, pretty on the same. And as I'll just show you, I guess. So what's cool is you can check out someone else's
Yeah, let's do
flavor
that
stash
first.
here
Yeah,
if
show me.
it's public. And once you do, you can go over here and see where it says see flavors in common. So him and I have
Huh?
83 in common together. And then basically you can go down the list and like if you are
Mm.
friends with somebody or you feel like just making something for someone, you can do this way. This is also really helpful for like us. Like when we sit in Zoom, we can
Yeah,
see exactly what we have together if we want to work on something together to create something. So yeah, him and I have quite a bit in common, which are a lot of staples. A lot of people are gonna have a sweet cream, a vanilla bean ice cream, a, probably a donut base and a cheesecake base. So yeah, but just kind of running down through, like I picked out a pretty cool thing. And then you can also do flavors in the stash that you don't have. So what I don't have is 132. I actually do have this, but for some reason it's not named the same. So you might come across
yeah,
that too, because unfortunately with ELR there's like 20 different listings for
yeah,
every single
yeah,
flavoring and you
yeah.
have to make sure that you're picking the right one. So some of these I might have, it's just under a different name.
Yeah, I
Like
noticed that too. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So like this one I have this caramel rice treat. I have the cinnamon Danish swirls. Yeah. So I mean always pay attention to both of those too because sometimes you just might have something in there not right or vice versa. But yeah.
yeah.
So that's how you do that.
That
And
is
then,
just a click of a button. I didn't know that. I just missed that.
yeah, it's
I
pretty
just
cool.
missed that little icon, stash in common. That's weird, huh? Yeah, okay. Mr. Scott, what I've taken from your stash is like it's been so fun, going to his stash and I'm like, I could do that, I could do that, I could do that. And then I was working on my own Fuji pear thing, and I was like, oh, he's got Fuji apple as well. That's cool. Let's see what I can combine. Something I would like to have and what he has, and let's see where it goes. So I picked a Fuji apple and a kiwi as a base. Um, and so that's a bit of a sour apple, and the kiwi is a bit of a candy one. So you got the sour and a bit of candy. That's why I didn't put super sweet in it. And
Hmm.
to get little bit more sourness and freshness in there, I thought the lemon Sicily. I've been reading the notes, and this seems to be a really fresh, true lemon. So that
Yeah,
would
it's
be
real
nice with the
powerful.
Fuji apple, just to spice it up. And then I picked up somewhere that cactus will add some moist and freshness to it as well. But that's
Mm.
more in like the watery freshness. So I added that to it. So it's like 4 flavors, and I hope it's kind of a fresh, fruity outcome for the days in the sun. That was my idea behind it. So I based the percentage on mostly on what was ooh, was that?
Mm.
I can only see half your screen now.
Oh, weird.
Ooh, there we go. So I based the
I'm
percentages on the
trying to
suggested
see.
in a mix, but I um, upped the apple a bit and I upped the kiwi a bit and toned the lemon a bit down. So that's what I did by half percentages. So it comes out at,
Okay.
yeah, I think this will come out at like
This sounds really interesting,
mhm.
and I mean, I would definitely be curious about
Yeah,
this.
Yeah.
because I personally really enjoy cactus in a fruit mix.
Hmm.
Um, I think it definitely has a place, and to add that lemon, that's a really interesting aspect. So you're
Yeah,
like
because
kind of
it's a
bringing
different
that real
sour.
brightness
Yeah,
in there,
and it's a
and that'll
different.
probably back up that cactus too.
Yeah, and it's a different sour from the Fuji sour. It's like more more itchy sour. So I don't know how to explain it. Like a lemon and the freshness sour of an apple, and that combined might be. In my head, it's like if you slice up an apple and leave it at your kitchen top, it'll turn brown. But to prevent that, you sprinkle lemon over it, don't you? That's what we did in the
Yeah,
kitchen anyway. So I was thinking, that might be interesting. So that's where it like.
yeah.
There you go.
You know, one of my favorite like fresh juices, like not a vape liquid, but like to make in a juicer is apple and lemon and ginger. So like apple, like a sour apple with a lemon does work really
Yeah,
well. Like,
yeah, cool.
cool. I hope he mixes it up and
Yeah,
lets
let us
us
know.
know. I don't have cactus soda, but I
No, me
might
neither. I don't have lemon Sicily
pick
either, but
some up
it
to
should be on my
try
next
that. That I
card.
do have cactus, so I might be able to like make something similar to this
Yeah,
because
this
I
is the
definitely have
soda one
lemon
though.
Sicily. Yeah.
It's supposed to be different from the regular cactus, but this is the most used. I think that was. But this is from the top of mind. I don't know.
Yeah. Cool.
Might be my summer boat vape. Awesome. That would be great.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
All right. And then I'll pop over to mine. So just looking at his and mine together, I mean,
Hmm.
obviously I picked things that I had to because I wanted to try it. I was going for a oatmeal cookie ice cream sandwich.
Hmm.
And I saw that he has tres leches, which honestly, for me personally, that is one of my favorite cream bases. It has a really good mouthfeel, and I like that. Like when you have fresh whipped cream and you know how it kind of coats your mouth a little bit, tres leches
Oh yeah.
and this whipped cream combined together is like something magical, in my opinion. I've been working on personal cream bases that I enjoy myself, and this is something that I am very fond of. So
Hmm.
I'm curious to see someone else's opinion on it. But yeah, I went with the standard oatmeal cookie by TPA. I really like this flavor. It's one of my favorites for oats. It's not as dry as just like the oat flakes from
Hmm.
like Super Aromas. Um, it's a nice, well-rounded oatmeal cookie taste. It does have some kind of dryness, which is why I backed it with the Philadelphia butter cake, which this is easily becoming like a tool in my arsenal
Hmm.
because it's got a nice, like almost butterscotchy, caramely flavor to it, but then it
All
gives
right.
that like buttery bakery note as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I have personally been using it quite a bit in a few different things, but I was like, I'm gonna put some of that in there to just kind of round out the cookie, help with the dryness of that oatmeal cookie, and then like add a little bit of like caramely type flavor to it. So I did those two for the cookie base and then these for the cream base, which I already know. I love this cream base, so I'm curious to see what he says. And
Whipped
then I
cream.
do just 2 drops of super sweet. I mix everything at 30 mils, so that
Yeah.
is what I prefer. So I'd be curious to see, you can leave that in there or you can take it out. But after 7 days, because I mixed this up on the 16th, and today's my first day trying it, it's pretty legit. I get the cream, I get that nice, like it's not so much ice cream, but it easily you can call it ice cream, but you get that cream element to it, and then you get the cookie aspect to it as well. And it's just like pretty awesome in my
Ah,
opinion. If I was going to do a version 2 of this, I might up this by a 0.5% because I want that butter and that caramel
buttery.
to come
Yeah.
out a little bit more and possibly lower the oatmeal cookie just a little bit. I'm pretty sensitive to like cinnamon style vapes, and for some reason off the knuckle this was coming out pretty cinnamony to me when I was like, I've never really had that from the oatmeal cookie
Oh,
before, so I thought that was really interesting. But once I started vaping it, I was like, oh no, it's actually pretty good as it is. But
just to clear one thing
if
up,
I were to do a version 2.
the three latches, that's a caramel thing, isn't it?
No, tres leches is a triple cream soaked cake.
There you go. Ah, okay.
Yeah. So,
That's something else that was
for
good.
me personally, I don't get a whole lot of the cake element to it. I get all the cream, and it's one of my favorite things, like I said, to add to my cream bases. I just think it has a really good mouthfeel, to be honest. Like,
Oh,
I fell in love with it early on, and I had to like break myself away from it because anything cream based I was doing, I was putting it in there. And then I kind of moved forward onto this like whole come up with my own cream base thing. And I've
yeah.
tried a bunch of different versions. Like I was testing this like pretty hard behind the scenes, and I came back to it. Like I really like the mouthfeel from
That's
that one.
good. Yeah, then once you discover that, you got a real good base to work on and combine with other, flavors and other combinations. That's great.
Right.
That's
And
great. Once you have
everyone's
that,
different. I mean,
yeah,
someone might not like that really thick, coaty cream mouthfeel. Someone might want like a fresher milk cream, which you definitely can. Like, and that's what's cool is like for me personally, like testing all these cream bases that I was
yeah,
working on, I really got a feel of like, okay, if I'm trying to replicate like nice, cereal milk, I'm gonna go this route. If I'm trying to do like a gelato or an ice cream, I'm going to go this route. So it's really cool when you start playing with the different creams because they really do different things,
yeah.
which I like. So
We should do a cream
hopefully
show.
he likes that.
We should do a cream show. Just only
Mm.
creams.
Cream, dude, I am just like in love with creams lately. I don't know what it is. Like I said, it was something I was working on for a really long time, so it kind of like kicked
Yeah, no,
that
no,
into
yeah,
overdrive.
that's great. That's great.
But yeah, and then just in the notes I just said, caramel oatmeal cookie ice cream sandwich, creamy and yummy, put together out of Scott's flavor stash and lovely after 7 days steep. Nice oatmeal cookie notes with a caramel butterscotch-like sweetness and a very tasty cream concoction. So, and then like I always say, as always, please adapt sweetness and nick to your liking. My preferred way is mouth to lung. So, I'd be
Awesome.
curious. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen.
All right,
Is that
I'll
okay?
switch back to cams.
Oh,
Yep.
no. Ready?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Um, I want to actually ask Scott if he's still here.
Yes, he is. Absolutely.
What is your way of vaping? Do you
That's
do mouth to lung? Do you do direct lung? Do you do
yeah. That's
RDAs?
And in the meantime, let's go over a little. Hello, Darren, and welcome. Scott Morrison, welcome, welcome. And I saw Michelle Doldine popping in. Hello, Michelle.
Hey.
There's some comments on the boop, 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 boop. I saw something skip. Lemon sis,
Yeah, I didn't get
Scott.
to see
Lemon.
the
No,
chat
that's
or
fine. That's fine.
the
We're
feed
just
the whole
catching up.
time I was screen sharing, so I'm way behind.
Scott is saying lemon Sicily is very fresh at lower percentages, no lemon pledge taste. Awesome, that's good. Great use of cactus soda. Could that be a daily for this coming summer? That's an advocate. And Scott says might be my summer boat vape. Awesome. Michelle says cactus. Then we have let's see. Working and listening, Michelle. Scott wants. I want that in my mouth hole right now. That's a
Nice.
compliment.
Nice.
There you go.
It's so good. I am glad that I let it sit for about 7 days. Like I've been knuckle testing
Yeah.
it throughout just to kind of see where it's going. And I put it right in my tank right before the show. So first fill.
Boom.
And man, dude, the cream is spot on. The nice exhale of the oatmeal cookie with the butterscotchy caramel and the butteriness of that Philadelphia butter cake is something delicious. So I hope you enjoy it.
Well, there
But I'm
goes
sti-
your. There's your answer. Mr. Scott Runyon says mostly small flavor RDAs, but for sure some melted lung and RTAs. There you go.
Nice.
Hello,
Yeah, I'm
Craig.
curious. Like, you don't have to try it in the mouth to lung. That's just what I tried it in, and it's like banging in here. That cream is just like really nice. Like the whole thing together is pretty
Oh,
legit. So I'm curious about your opinions on it. Um, this has been fun, and
It is.
just
Yeah.
yeah, and I mean, I'm not speaking for Jay, but for Jay and I, like we were just doing this as like something like a way to get other people to think outside of the boxes in their personal flavor stashes, but also like get creative with ourselves too. Like
Yep.
like Jay created something that he's never tried before, and just like the thought and theory of it
Yeah.
is pretty cool.
That is.
So
That was the
I,
plan.
I
Yeah.
I'm lucky I did have the flavorings and I was able to try it because
Yeah.
this
Lucky
is
you.
delicious.
Next time we get someone, I get the flavors and you don't. Well, that's probably not
Yeah,
gonna happen
well,
anyway because you got most
whatever,
of the flavors I have.
however you want to do it. Now you know how to cross-reference flavor stashes. So.
Yes. Cool, man. So if anyone else wants to, share the flavor stash and have a new idea, or someone else looking over it, or maybe we'll have some guests in the future on the Shortfill as well, and they might have a go at it as well. Give us
hmm
a message at our Facebook, the 510 Live.
Yeah. Free Rider peanut butter and banana is delicious. It's really good. I made a peanut butter banana breakfast waffle
Oh, you
that
did,
came
yeah.
out
A little
really
bag.
amazing.
Peanut butter nasty jam, yummy. Yeah, um, I'm gonna go a bit further more down the custard and rye 4 route, but now I picked up that Fuji again, and having different drinks in like spring and summer, and having more fresh drinks. It's also nice to have a fresh vape with it. So I'm gonna maybe I'm gonna go to the fruity side for a little bit, and then come back to
I'm
the
trying.
because
I'm
I'm
still
kind of
trying to
lost in
force
my.
myself. I
I'm,
can't get away from desserts. They're too good.
they are though, yeah, they are. But just for the sake of
Like,
summer,
yeah, I
you
feel
know.
it.
Yeah.
I've been trying and working on fruit recipes like all throughout winter to like prepare myself for spring and summer. And I've come up with some really tasty things.
Oh,
Like it's not that I don't like them. I did a really interesting one I called Arnold's Revenge, which is an Arnold Palmer, which is like a drink here in America. It's like iced tea with lemonade.
oh,
And I did that with blackberry and something else I put in there. And
that
it
sounds
came out
interesting.
actually really good. And I was like, I
Yeah.
could see this being an all day like summer vape, but I just can't get like I gotta make the transition and just get back into
Ah,
it.
yeah.
Like I'm really enjoying my dessert flavors lately. Like
It's
it's
also like going down
been
another rabbit
awesome.
hole, having to buy more and different flavors, and then like
hmm
So yeah, I am gonna take a day off between now and next short fill or next show anyway, and then do an afternoon of mixing and getting myself
Yes.
back into it because it's just been busy. Sorry, but yeah, but it still kept making a backup stash of this one, the Madagascar Bavarian cream custard, which is my all day vape actually now, along with the butterscotch. Which I
Yeah.
every time I vape it, there's something else. I think maybe it's that. No, it's not that. Maybe it's no, it's not that.
I
Oh,
spent a lot of time trying to figure this out. So
yeah.
you and I have to get together on that because I tried something interesting because I was tasting the butterscotch reserve and I got like the nutmeg spiciness
Mm-hmm.
in there and I was like, okay, I have to replicate this somehow. And I only in my flavor stash at the time had eggnog. So
Mm-hmm.
I put eggnog in there and it actually came out really good, but it's definitely not the butterscotch reserve.
Yeah.
So I was like collaborating with Graham, and we were kind of thinking about what flavorings were out around that time, and we came up with holiday spice, which a lot of
Yeah.
people talk about holiday spice. Like we know that it was pretty well used back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So I did pick some up for the sake of like trying to work on this butterscotch reserve. So I still have to spend some time with that as
All
well.
right.
I haven't used the holiday spice yet, but I think it's going to be that one. And I know we talked a little bit about getting like a leathery taste in
Yeah.
there.
And a
And
different
I
rye
think,
four.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
Graham and I figured that out that that's actually just that RY4 at a
Yeah.
higher
Yeah. Yeah.
percentage.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool because,
Well, I do have. Um, I do have a rye 4 test at like a higher percentage rye 4. So this is like, and this has been steeped for almost 30. No, it has the 10th it was. So not a week and a half.
smell that for me. I'm
Okay.
curious. Do you smell that like kind of leathery tobacco note.
I can't smell. No, I don't smell it. No. I'll have to drip it in a bit when my cotton is dry.
Yeah,
I'll
let
drip
me
it,
know. Because what percentage did you test that at?
Ooh, I think it was 7% or something. Really
Yep,
high.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
it's in there at like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be something that's gonna take a while. Yes, Michelle.
And Michelle has the holiday
'cause,
spice. In it.
well,
Cool.
her and I were talking about it too because
right.
she's trying to replicate her favorite clove flavor, and
Yeah.
we were talking about holiday spice with that too. Because like holiday spice is basically just like all of the spices that are in like eggnog or like bakery stuff
Yeah,
around
better
like
done. Yeah.
Christmas time. You're talking like nutmeg, allspice, cinnamon, and that all goes really well with clove flavors.
Nice one. Nice one. Looking forward to it. Yeah, and then have a new card coming in after I've done some ideas. Yeah, that's something I have to do this week. Pinky promise myself.
Write it on your calendar. That's what I have to do lately.
Where? It'll be on there. It'll be on there.
I mean,
hello, Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, a tiny behind the scenes look of Disco's life is a calendar that is jam packed full of craziness. And summer's coming, so I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah. Well, it's actually, but when we first came on before the show, it was actually light over here. So the next show, we're gonna have the summertime next weekend. So for you US people, EST time will be back on 5:10 on Monday. So that's what.
Yeah, 5:10 and 1 p.m.
And 1
again
p.m.
with this one.
But so next week, if we do the 7 o'clock show for my time at least, the 1 a.m. your the 1 p.m. your time. It's going to be light over here. That's going to be weird. Doing a show while the sun is shining.
Over here.
Yeah, I know,
but
I'm getting used
curtains, but you can kind of still see that it's light.
Oh, school bus at work.
Hi, school bus.
Anyway, I've got a little teaser for Monday. There we go. The Hell Beast. RDA.
Oh, you finally did it. Treat yourself.
Someone dear to me gave it to me. How's that? As a little present.
Very nice.
Look at that. There it is. It hasn't been out of the package anyway, so I'm going to keep it in there for later to, maybe tonight while watching the UK e-liquid mixing show. I'll open it up. Which, by the way, has its 1-year anniversary tonight. So that's going to be cool. First of all, congratulations, Benny, for, up and foremost. And it used to be Benny and Friends, and it started like a year ago. And every cast on there. It's awesome. I've learned a lot from that show. I did. Me
too.
Yeah.
I may or may not be making a little appearance on it tonight. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. Like, congratulations, guys, to your
absolutely.
1 year. And
great
that show is full of loads of information and
awesome
go
mixers, check that out.
So
go check that out.
I hope everyone gets a chance to enjoy that tonight.
It was really fun having.
Wish him well wishes.
Yeah. Best wishes. It was really fun having Benny on the show last Monday too. It was. I like the guy. He's friendly. He's open. He's been telling great stuff, and I like him. Thanks, Benny, for showing up with us. Awesome.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%. Anything else? Any questions from you guys? Maybe in chat.
Chat. Do you guys have any questions?
We have a little 10 minutes left, so that's fine.
Yeah.
I've been picking up my Mini with my Destiny last couple of days again with this Fuji pair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Fuji Apple. The pair by. Oh, I have to look it up. I keep messing them up. And Kiwi in there. So it's Kiwi pear and Fuji apple. It's a nice combo.
That sounds delightful. That's a good fruit base.
Yeah. And the pear is like on top of all.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit weird. I can't drink pear juice. Somehow my stomach doesn't go with that. I don't know why. Just only with pear juice. But I really like it. So now I can taste the pear in a vape. There you go.
Nice. See? Yeah. There's something for everybody.
Fletch. Question. Do you mix up in bulk or small doses?
I have tried to do 10 mils and I find it's never enough. Plus, if get shaky hands and like put an extra drop in there, it really will change the whole entire flavor of the entire mix. So the smallest I mix now is 30 mils, and sometimes that's great and sometimes it sucks because if it's something that's really delicious and I want to vape a lot of it, that 30 mils gone in like a day or two. But then that's okay too, because then I can move on and mix it in a higher quantity, say like, my 60 mils, because I do mouth to lung, so I'm not using a ton of juice
Hmm.
consumption.
That's different. Yeah.
But it's also nice for like things like this that are fails. So I'm only wasting this much, which sucks. I hate even wasting anything,
Yeah.
but this was a total fail to me. So
What was that?
um this this I was testing TFA's thin I think thin mint cookie, and to us it's like a thing over here, Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, right. Yeah.
A thin mint Girl Scout cookie. First of all, it's extremely dark. It's a
Yeah.
very dark concentrate, and to me, I know it's just looks, but that like is a turn off, and so I always get turned off
Well,
by that because it looks like motor oil.
you can
Um,
put it in a.
but
Well, you can
it
see it.
vaped good. It has a mintiness to it that reminds me of Malox, and I don't know if that's something that you guys have overseas, but I'm sure like the Americans know what I'm talking about. Malox is like chalky. You take it for heartburn or, if you got diarrhea. And so it's
Oh,
not
yeah. I know
something
what you
great
mean.
to
Yeah.
associate with
Yeah.
something that you're going for. So um, it's interesting. I don't think I will be revisiting this, unfortunately.
I
I had high
usually.
hopes for it, but to me this is like a fail, and
Yeah.
so unfortunately that's going to go into the baddie liquid bottle. But yeah, 30 mils for me. What about you?
Yeah. Same here. 30 mils, and if it's no, if I like something, I'd put it in 60 mils, because they're easy to bring. And then for this one I made up like two bottles. So I'm sure that I like this recipe, and once I like it, I'll probably mix up more from it. So that's the Gaviscon. That's it. High Life Lounge. Live Lounge. Yeah, but if there's something that I know from the start this is gonna be good, I'll even try a 60 mil because yeah, it's less
Yeah,
wastage in the end as well. It's like
y-
I haven't
some
tried it, but it should
things,
be good.
right? Like,
Yeah,
huh?
it's
Sorry.
like this should be good because I like all the this is something I've discussed with some people, and this should be good. I'll do it in a 60 mil. Yeah,
Yeah, and like as you go on and like figure out what you do like, you usually can tell if you use like three or four things that you've used
yeah.
together before that it's going to be pretty good. So yeah, you'd feel more comfortable making a bigger quantity of that.
I'm gonna try that rye now. By the way, my cotton is dry.
Oh yeah, let me know. What's really crazy too is I came up with this whipped up cookie recipe like it was on the 18th of last month, so over a
Mm-hmm.
month ago. I kept knuckle testing and knuckle testing and knuckle testing it. I
And now
tried
it's
the
empty.
vanilla Rayun custard for the first time in this.
Yeah.
That's something that you hear a lot of mixers talk about. A ton of people like it. It's like a tobacco-y custard. And I was like, yeah, I want to give it a try. So I kept knuckle testing this, and I was like, every time I did, it just had that tobacco note to me that reminds me of like when I first started vaping like 11 years ago. And like I can't look past it. And so I kind of just gave it a bad name. I was like, I'm never gonna vape this. Like, I don't want to try it. I just don't want to
Oh.
do it. And it was really funny because I was sitting in the Grim Green Discord the other night, and I was kind of like talking to them like what I'd been working on, and for some reason we were talking about like the tobacco custard or something, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, dude, that vanilla Ryan custard, like I don't know what it is, like I can't get behind it. And everybody in the Zoom was like peer pressuring me. They're like, just vape it, just try it, just vape it. And I was like, fine, for science, I'll
Fine.
do it. So I loaded it up on
Fine,
a brand new
bitches.
wick and in a brand new tank, and I started vaping it, and I was like, yeah, no, I can't do this. But then as time went on, I caught myself like trying it and then
Yeah.
trying it more and then trying it more, and now I'm like, dang it, I think I actually do like. So, I learned a lesson
Yeah.
in these past few weeks that don't be so quick to write something off. and especially like something that has custards in it because they do get better over time.
Yep.
There's certain custards I like actually prematurely, like with Scuba's Nuts recipe, I can vape that stuff pretty much right off the shake. Within 24 hours, I'm on it. I love it, and it's got a
Yeah.
ton of custard in it, and I like that young custard taste in there for some reason. But for something like this with the vanilla Rayun custard, that definitely got better
Yeah.
as time went on. And it's nice. Like I'm not like so appalled by it now. So like just try something new, or
Yeah.
let
Give it a
something
shot.
steep and like try it and revisit it again because
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know
Exactly.
about
Don't try it once.
yeah,
Try it a couple of times, and in a few days, and yeah,
yeah.
give it a
For
chance. All we are
for something like the
saying.
Girl Scout cookie though, I know for a fact I'm
Yeah.
like I tried that. Nope, I will not be
If it was a
revisiting
different
that.
color.
But yeah, yeah, right. Like I'm just like, no, I'm good on that. But like something like this, yeah. And just me personally, and I don't know about you, but like my taste buds have changed so much too. Like since I first started mixing, there was stuff that I tested and liked in the beginning when I first started mixing. I
Hmm.
absolutely loved it, and now I'm kind of like over it, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna go a different route with cookie base or something
Yeah.
like that. So my taste buds are definitely changing, and I'm finding that I might like something that I didn't like before. And we kind of talked about this with the black licorice, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So, like, being more open minded to it, and like, for myself personally, like, I have sugar free jelly beans that I have from time to time. And like, I've found myself like giving the black jelly beans a chance and like trying them. And I'm like, man, this is actually quite good. And I meant to tell you too, I was like, the black jelly bean mixed with the
Yeah.
cinnamon jelly
Yeah.
beans actually really good. Like black licorice and cinnamon.
Yeah,
So
that's
that
a
might
good
be
combo.
something
Yeah,
that I mess
definitely.
with.
Fletch, Scuba's nuts on shake vape. Mick told me 6 weeks tea. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Everyone has a different kind of taste for custard. Like Disco likes the young custard, so to say, like
Hmm.
young cheese, and some other people like old cheese, steeped custard. It's like I'm more of a steeped custard kind of guy, I guess. I like that
It
that that.
depends on what it's in,
Oh yeah, of course.
for me.
I haven't tried the Scuba's nuts, so I couldn't tell you. But it's a matter of
Well, we
taste.
got
That's
the
what it
man
is.
himself giving the
Yeah, there
tips
you
right
go.
there.
Fletch is up to you. I like him fresh
Hmm.
also, but it gets even better over time, in my opinion. There you go. The man
Yeah.
himself.
See? There you go.
Awesome to have you on board. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
what's cool about that too is that it does taste good off the shake as well. And if you make a larger quantity and you vape it throughout, it kind of changes flavors as
yeah,
you're
yeah,
vaping it too. And
yeah.
it like keeps you from like getting too used to it, which is
Yeah,
nice
that
as
too.
well.
Yeah, yeah. Matt, the flavor is speaking of black licorice. I've got a very nice black licorice with raspberry. Ooh,
Ooh, that sounds interesting. And see,
sounds
that to me
interesting.
sounds interesting enough that I would be willing to give that a try. And I
There you
did,
go.
I went and got three separate black licorice flavors, and I know Wonder Flavors just released another one, and I want to get two because they're saying it's that perfect salty black licorice that you talk about. So, um, I definitely am gonna try that, and
Ooh.
I will get there. I will get
Ah,
there.
I know. Give it a chance. That's cool. That's cool. You're on the licorice. Do you guys find Live Lounge? Do you guys find there's a bit too much haste of a shake and vape? Um, if
I
you're
mean it.
asking this in the way if people are impatient, yeah, maybe you have to apply a little, especially when you're beginning and you don't have a lot of DIY juices on your shelves to steep. Patience is virtue. That's something you really got to learn. At least that's what I had to learn. But then again, once you made the mistake of not, well, in my case, made the mistake of not letting it steep, and then you taste the steep one because you made 2 bottles, it's like, ooh, yes, I know now. I'm gonna let it steep because this is like a waste of juice unsteeped. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, and I
What do you
mean, it
think?
really comes down to if you like what you're vaping. If you like what you're
Yeah,
vaping and it's something fresh off the shake, then that's fine.
yeah,
But
that too. Yeah,
if you do give it a chance and let it kind of sit back, and take a back seat, let it steep up for a couple weeks, you usually find that when you come back to it, it does taste different than right
Yep.
off the shake. Now there's certain things that you really can shake and vape, like always, but everything does get a little bit better at least after 3 days, in my opinion, that I've found. I
Oh,
like the 9 day. That's like my sweet spot.
yeah. I think we're going to get to the time where we're going to round up because some other people are going to take the floor after us.
Yep.
After us, we can have a look at the live show of the Devil Vapor, Mr. Dean himself. Then we have Three Men in the Vape Show. I don't know which guest they have on tonight, but it's a fun show anyway with Mr. B, Little Bro. And after that is the 1 year anniversary of the UKE Liquid Mixing Show, and that came out in all of one sentence without hesitating. How's that? How's that? Boom. So yeah, congratulations again over there, and yeah, make another year, please. It's a really
Yeah.
interesting show. If you're into mixing, new to mixing, moderate mixing, if you want to go into mixing, it's you can ask anything, and just like over here, there's no stupid questions.
Yeah, no stupid questions. They have a great chat going on. There's always
Yeah,
really
absolutely.
fantastic
Yeah,
people in there. You
yeah,
always catch me in there too.
yeah. And we'll it would be great to to stop by and say congratulations to him tonight. That would be awesome.
Yeah,
So, anything you
100%.
want to add?
No, no.
All
I
right,
really hope that you take the time to get down to some mixing.
that I
Treat
will
yourself
make the
with that.
time.
I'm
Absolutely. Yeah.
excited for you to keep on your path of like flavor creating,
Yeah.
and excited to
I
see
like it.
what you come out with that. Just a couple things coming into chat. Live Lounge says, yeah, a good steep will make a good juice. Better knowing when to say nope is hard to start with. Absolutely, absolutely. Especially when you only have like 3 or 4 things, right,
Hmm.
that you've made. It makes that like setting something aside really hard.
Really hard. Yeah, I
But
had that at the
after
beginning.
you start like getting into like the 7, 8 range, setting something aside is good. So,
Yeah.
um, definitely make 240 mil. No, I'm going to do a quick 100 mil shake and vape it. Yep, that is a
Yeah.
great way of
Yeah.
doing it too,
That's yeah.
Fletch.
Yeah.
A lot of people do that as well. Sometimes if you enjoy a shake and vape because you dial it in, then let some of it steep. Yep, and it will taste completely different. I have found that
Absolutely.
in
Yeah.
my case as well.
Scuba, you remind me of the dude on Tim. Yeah, what was his name?
People
Someone
say
said it.
that.
Yeah, I know. That's
Wilson.
my
Wilson.
Wilson look. That's me.
But yeah, no, this is really fun. I'm happy to
Yeah,
be back, and it's been great to talk mixing with everybody and see everybody's suggestions. And
absolutely.
keep it up, guys. Keep it up. Do
Keep it
something
up and keep
fun.
us
Share
posted,
your
and
recipes on our Facebook group too,
keep each other posted as
or
well.
head over to Monkey on Juice and share them there as well.
Yeah,
I want to see what you guys are coming up with.
absolutely. Right. We're going to go round this up. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of your day and enjoy the shows later today. And we'll see you Monday on the 5 Sound Connection.
Thanks,
Bye
chat.
bye.
Bye.